Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So sitting behind me here is the car that was hung up in the background of the Sam Smith and Calvin Harris music video for the song Desire. I've been working with this guy recently from a company called Cinemoto. Basically his company is hiring out cars for films, classic cars, any cars. He's got absolutely everything. Really good company, and I've been helping him as he's been doing that with sourcing cars and getting them there, maintaining them. Basically, he got a call recently to do the cars for Sam Smith's new song, Sam Smith and Calvin Harris, Desire. But one of the cars that they wanted was a Fast and Furious looking car that could basically be hung from a crane. But yeah, the idea was we'd get the car, hang it upside down, loads of things I had to do to make this. The fuel, the engine oil, the gearbox oil, the power steering oil, the brake fluid, clutch fluid, the coolant, the expansion tank, the washer reservoir. The battery has to come out because that's got fluid in it too. But yes, so it's been a lot of work to get it. The only option was I had to cut the front bumper off of the car whilst it was hanging up there, lower it down to some of these tyres that were knocking about, onto the bonnet and the metal frames around the front, and put it down. And yeah, a lot of it, bits of it got fiberglass body kit on it got broken in that. So here is the car now, and I want to see if I can get this thing back on the road and driving again, because it needs a lot of work. It needed work before I even got it. I have a couple photos of it before it was decaled with all of the stickers. But yeah, let's give you an overview of what the car looks like. Alright, so here's the car. These are the decals on the passenger side. They all got sort of ripped off when we needed to get into the car on the trailer. I think I've got some spares in the boot. But yes, as you can see, the front bumper is not on it anymore. I've had to cut it off. It was basically only hanging by a couple of cable ties anyway. These tyres, I've managed to acquire a few of them. They're brand new, so I'm going to wait till I've got a car that they're useful for, and I can chuck them on there. But yeah, so this is where we had to drop the car on its nose to put it down. This is why I removed the bumper, so the bumper didn't get absolutely destroyed. But yeah, we dropped it onto this bit here. I think that will pull out again, but it did have the whole weight of the car on it. Someone's hit a curb really hard, snapped the drive shaft. Driver's side, these were silver when I got it, as you can see in here, just painted them black. Also, there was no wing on it when we got it, so I just quickly made that up. But yeah, so interior wise, not bad. Like, seats are pretty good. The there's another one of those tires. But yeah, I don't know if the dashboard works. It's got this digital dash the whole way along. Not sure if it works. Probably doesn't. But yeah, go around the back. There's a few little rust bubbles on the arches, but it had to make sure this car was completely solid underneath before we even thought of putting a strap on it to lift it up the way we did. I just made this wing. It's not great. Just made it quickly up, just for the shoot. Back bumper. So we pulled it from these two big yellow straps here. So the back bumper did get a bit crushed. The bumper I think has survived, but they did have this little lip on the back. That has snapped. Don't know whether we'll put it back on or not. And I forgot to even mention what this car is, because it doesn't actually say on it anywhere. You may have seen on the steering wheel. You may have seen somewhere, but keen eyes among you may have known what it is. But this is a Honda Prelude 4th generation. It's got a 2.2 litre, but yeah, it's a pretty good engine. 2.2 litre VTEC. It does run. It did run when I got it. But in an ideal world, I would have taken the engine out before lifting it up, just so it would have hung a little bit straighter. It doesn't matter, but it also would have made it a bit lighter. There's no strut, so I'm going to have to hold it up. See, it's one heavy bonnet, that is. It ran before I took all the engine oil and gearbox oil and everything out of it. I think the first thing we're going to have to do with this car is replenish all the fluids that I took out of it, because without them, nothing's going to work. I was going to put all the fluids back in it, but then I thought, if I can't get this drive shaft out that's stuck in the gearbox, then there's no point. So I'm going to get the car on the lift over there, get it up in the air, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this drive shaft out. Alright, so this side is the side that the drive shaft is stuck in the gearbox. I'll show you. So it's just there. This is the end of the drive shaft, absolutely stuck in the gearbox there. I've tried getting it out, I have had no luck. But on the lift, maybe we'll have a bit more luck. Alright, I'm going to whip that wheel off. Maybe just take the whole hub out, so you can properly get into it from this side. Alright, so I've got a bar going through there into the stuck drive shaft. Hopefully sort of wedged against this rod that someone's welded in there. And hopefully when I tighten this, it should pull on that and pull that out. I don't know why that's so in there. I'm going to give it a go. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Alright, so the drive shaft is in this side. It's making a bit of a weird noise, but I know there's no gearbox oil in it, so we've got to do that next. It's at a bit of an angle. This lower arm here, this wishbone, is 100% bent, so we definitely need to address that. So yeah, let's jack it down. Fingers crossed it moves under its own power. I've got no brakes. Yeah, let's give it a go. Alright, so if you're wondering what oil I'm putting in here, it's 100% the oil that came out of it. Look at the colour of that. Lovely. Right, next thing I'm going to top up is the power steering fluid. I haven't got any power steering fluid, but I have got some automatic transmission fluid, so I think it'll do the same job. Same colour. Next is the coolant. Next thing this car needs is fuel, so again I'm going to use water. Don't know if you can see that. 100% says Nissan on it. Alright, this is going to be the moment of truth. See if this thing starts up after being hung upside down. All of the fluid's drained out of it. Let's see if it starts. And I now have drive shafts in it. I don't even know if the gearbox works or anything. First, fingers crossed, let's just see if it fires up. That'll be the main milestone. Also, let's hope it's got some battery in it. I bet it hasn't though. Ooh, beeping. We're in neutral. I can hear fuel pumps. Things are coming to life. It's beeping its head off. Oh, it stopped. Ready? It's running. The dials aren't working. Oh, we moved. Alright. I'm going to take this up the road and see if the gearbox works. Alright, I've got no brakes, so... seem to be moving. Suspension seems to be okay. It's hard to tell. Got a flat tyre and a lot of weird noises. Something banging around in the back big time. I've got no brakes, have I? Jesus. Alright, I can't even believe it. This thing actually moves under its own power after being hung upside down on a crane for Sam Smith and Calvin Harris. It seems to drive okay. There's a few problems with knocking and stuff. This car is still so far from ever touching a road. The tyres keep going flat. There's no brakes. I can't, yeah, there's so many. And none of the body panels are attached, to be honest. They're all falling off. If you're liking these videos or any of this, please subscribe, because next video we're going to be getting this hopefully on the road. I'm going to look like an absolute idiot driving around in it, but I've got to take it for an MOT, so that's going to be fun. I wonder what they're going to think of it. They're going to absolutely hate it. Get that front bumper back on, get the brakes working, take it for an MOT test, and fingers crossed this thing can be road legal again after being hung upside down in a music video, which is pretty cool. Stay tuned.